So there
So,
were three things that we were whole and complete in and of ourselves, that therapy didn't need to take a long time. What was the third one?
right, and we didn't need to find the causes for problems in order to help people to change. And that's going to be really important as we move forward. And that's what I'm going to teach everybody today is this short process called getting out of the box. And people will learn that there really is a different perspective that they could choose at any moment. And that's going to be very powerful in terms of working with clients and resolving issues. So I think that's a perfect way to introduce the process, I think, because I think what I want to say is that we can really learn to look at life in this very different way. So the process, which I call getting out of the box, is to help people to see life and make a choice to look from their true self. So here's what the process is. I first have people, and I'm going to ask you now too, I first have people remember a time in their life when they've had a spiritual experience. So that's the first thing. So let me ask you about that. And I have people recall a moment like that when life looked different, when they saw things in a different way. So for people who are listening, this would be a moment in your life when you felt a sense of freedom, a sense of possibility, a sense that things were different, where you weren't so focused on yourself and what was wrong with you and on your feelings, but really looking at life in a different way. It could have been when you were walking in nature, or listening to music, or making love, or during some athletic activity where you just sensed that something was different. You were not in your head, you didn't feel that sense of limitation. So that's what I'd like you all to remember now, is a moment in your life when you've had an experience like that. And that's what I'm going to ask Casey about, is a moment when you felt that kind of freedom and possibility and liberation. We remember those moments, right? Like you have. People remember these. It's something quite different. And often people have had these moments, but they don't realize that it's taught them something very powerful about themselves. They've had these moments and they say, I wish I could get back to that. I wish it would happen again. But what I'm saying in this is that these moments have taught us something very powerful about who we really are, about what's really true, and that we can choose to look from that place. We don't have to necessarily even feel it again, but it's a perspective that we can choose that frees us from our ego, that frees us from our doubts and fears and insecurities. So that's what's powerful about this.